guys, it's me again for the first of this week's videos. Today we're on Eritrea. Eritrea is a small coastal nation on the eastern coast of Africa, touching the Red Sea, and has been an independent nation since 1993, which is quite relatively recent compared to others, with a capital called Asmara. And in human history, Eritrea can be as old as humanity itself. As some of the earliest Homo sapien remains date back as far as a million years BC, like a million years ago, have been discovered within the country. And its earliest reference in written history dates back to the 25th century BC, so 2500 BC. Where it was referred to by the ancient Egyptians as being a part of Punt, or God's land, and was later a part of the kingdom of Aksum in the second of the 10th centuries AD. And from the 16th century to the 1800s, Eritrea was mostly a province of the Ottoman Empire, although parts came under the Ethiopian Empire. And by the 1880s, the now ironic Ottoman Empire was edged out of Eritrea by the Italians, who formed the colony of Italian Eritrea in 1819, and as a result, Italian Eritrea was used as a station post for Italy's invasion of Ethiopia in 1895, which resulted in Ethiopia beating up Italy somewhat. As it was the first and only defeat of a European power in the war of colonial expansion in Africa, kind of thing. And as the rise of fascism saw a change in attitudes towards Eritrea by the Italian government, Fascist Italy dreamed of turning Eritrea into an industrial powerhouse of Eastern Africa, but notions of Italian racial superiority excluded the Eritreans from the prospective sector's labour. And in 1935, Eritrea was once again used as a springboard to invade Ethiopia, and this time they were successful, annexing Ethiopia into their empire. And in 1941, the British managed, with the aid of Ethiopian insurgents, defeated the Italians in Eastern Africa, and Eritrea fell under British military rule and remained under it until 1952, and has been decided at a UN meeting that Eritrea would join the Empire of Ethiopia under a loose federation of federal union, under which Eritrea would be self-governed except for foreign affairs, defence, and a few other external links, but Haile Selassie pressured the local administration to dissolve itself and come under his central authority, and he achieved this in 1962. Although armed resistance to Ethiopian rule was taking place before then. And then the Eritrean Liberation Front was formally established in 1960 to unite the ad hoc mixture of anti-Ethiopian
Yeah. I'm going to have to go up to Sainsbury's, but I'm going to have to go on my bike, I think, because I'm short of time.
Yeah.
Are you alright here for a bit?
Yeah. Yep. No, I got it all before. And the Ethiopian Liberation Front was formally established in 1960 to unite the ad hoc mixture of anti-Ethiopian fighters in Eritrea, as they fought a guerrilla campaign against Ethiopian forces throughout the 60s and 70s. During the 1970s, the split in the ELF led to the foundation of the Eritrean People's Liberation Front, which, as the name suggests, was a more left-wing organisation that enjoyed the support of the Soviet Union after a civil war between two factions, which took place whilst the war with Ethiopia was ongoing. The EPLF eventually supplanted the ELF as the main organisation fighting against Ethiopian rule, as the war for Eritrean independence continued after Haile Selassie was overthrown in 1974 and was replaced by the Marxist government and the People's Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. However, the war during the 80s, opposition within Ethiopia to the communist regime was growing amongst Ethiopians themselves, and in 1991 the Derg was overthrown by the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, and as a reward for the support of the EPLF, the struggles against the Derg, the new Ethiopian government promised a referendum on Eritrean independence, which took place and proved to be good for Eritrea as they got overwhelming independence, as they emerged in 1993 as a separate country, an independent country, as the EPLF transformed its people into the People's Front for Democracy and Justice, and remains the only legal party in Eritrea. And despite the initial cordial relationship between the post-Derg Ethiopian administration and Eritrea, tensions developed throughout the 90s over the town of Badme, with a population of about 1,500, which both countries claimed as their own, as relations steered further and further until 1998, when after a series of border incidents near Badme, as Eritrea launched a military assault in the Badme region, as Ethiopia mobilised its own forces and counter-attacked. After 2 years of conflict, the UN brokered a ceasefire, with approximately hundreds of thousands of casualties on both sides. Ethiopia gained de facto control over Badme and its surrounding regions, although Eritrea was recognised as having legal sovereignty over the area. And despite of that, Ethiopia still remains in control over Badme, and the issue of source of conflict between the two nations. And Eritrea remains one of the world's poorest countries, as a result of the war with Ethiopia. And it also became, because of political instability in the regions, deterring foreign investment, as Eritrea remains one state party, and tension with Ethiopia remain unresolved. But if you've watched all the news, they made like so many news videos, it was looking up somewhat. And it's believed that some of that Eritrea supports the ongoing insurgency in Somalia, making it impossible to govern there, and in part because it helps keep Ethiopian troops tied up there. Tigrinya and Tigray Standard Arabic are the three official languages spoken in the African country of Eritrea, as the languages dominate the national levels of commerce business, and to encourage the development of the native Eritrean languages. Primary school children up to grade 5 are taught in the native languages, as Tigrinya and Arabic became official languages of Eritrea under the British administration, even though English was not widely used. It's used slowly developing as a foreign language of choice, particularly to make up part of the secondary school curriculum. In Eritrea, all elementary schools use local languages. And since more than 80% speak Tigrinya, Tigray and Arabic, three tongues have become the national languages, as Tigrinya is a de facto national language of identification, as Arabic is a national language, and the writing system of the orthographies of Geze Latin script and Arabic scripts apply. As Tigrinya language is an Ethiopian Semitic language spoken by about 70% of Eritreans. As a Tigrinya, people make up about 55% of the Eritrean population. As people speaking the dialect are referred to as Behir Tigrinya, as predominant areas speaking the tongue are Asmara, the capital city, and a number of other cities like Adi, Kuala and Senefe, as the cities of Keren and Massawa also have significant Bahiri Tigrinya speakers. Another group of people speaking the dialect are Jebeti, Muslims living in the highlands, as people account for about 10% of the Tigrinya speaking population, as a language derives from Geze, an ancient tongue which only exists in the Orthodox Church today, as the old script has more than 200 characters of different sounds. As the language has its alphabet bar, B, Bobu, mutants for other English characters, and like English, Tigrinya is written and read from left to right direction, and 32 sets of Tigrinya alphabets exist. And in Tigrinya, words are written and read in a similar manner, as for example, pasta is pronounced pasta. Please correct me on that if I'm wrong, as the word among English words, computer is computer, and the telephone is telephone, and post is posta. Then there's also Tigray language, and it's spoken by the Tigray people in the western lowlands. Like Tigrinya, Tigray dialect is a South Semitic tongue hailing from the ancient dialect of Ge'ez, and as of 2006, 1.05 million Eritreans spoke Tigray, as you can get masculine and feminine nouns in Tigray, as for example, Oro is masculine, Hate is feminine, as Oro Enas means a man, while Hate Sit means a woman, and that is kind of expressed as la kind of thing, as the sound also mark the difference between plural and. Hi guys, it's part 2. Oh god damn it. It's part 2 and here we go. Yeah, I had to free up space on my tablet and all that, but here we go. As for Tigray, the script is used as a basis, but Muslims use the Arabic alphabet for the language, and in Geze, each character represents a consonant, vowel, and vowel combination. In Arabic, has existed in Eritrea as in like standard Arabic, and is by the Aida, as Arabic traders introduced in Arabic in Eritrea joining establishment of trade routes, and Arabic is spread widely from the 8th century AD onwards. And when the Portuguese first arrived, they had to bring Arabic interpreters so that they could communicate with Eritreans when they first came in, like 1550. And when the Italians colonized Eritrea in 1890, they used Arabic publications and local translators to communicate with the people. As from 1942 to 50, Arabic flourished with the establishment of Arabic schools and press. Today, modern standard Arabic is taught in schools and is used at home. There's about 100,000 Eritreans speak Sudanese Arabic, and about 23,000 speak Hijazi Arabic, which is the Arabic spoken in Saudi Arabia. As a Sahel dialect belongs to the Cushitic group of languages in Eritrea, as most speakers live in the central parts of the country, with Valley Bay to the east, Lassi Valley in the south, and the highlands of Eritrea, which lies to the west. Video, yay. As a Tigray language, speakers also to the west and in the east is Afar, a close relative dialect. As a Soho language has four main dialects: Arab, Sarto, Torah, and Minifero. And it's estimated that there's about 200,000 speakers of Saho. And Afar is a lowland East Cushitic dialect spoken within Eritrea. I call East Cushitic language. The basic words order of Afar is the subject order verb. Azbeja is a Afro-Asiatic language also spoken in Eritrea. As the Blin language is the only Central Cushitic language spoken in the country by about 70,000 Eritreans living in Central Eritrea. And there's also Tahalik, as it's a tongue that has about 2,500 to 3,000 speakers in the Dahlak archipelago. It's a Nilo-Saharan language of Kunamah. It's spoken by the Kunamah people residing in the Eritrean-Ethiopian border, and there's approximately 80,000 Eritreans living in Western Eritrea speak Nara, another Nilo-Saharan language, as Nara is on the verge of disappearing, if not disappeared by now. So yeah, that is Eritrea for you. So yeah, bye for now, and I'll see you later.